Chapter 4: The Growth Strategy, Making Mobile Phones Affordable.
Mobile phones are for the rich. Who can afford 16 Indian rupees per minute?
It's cheaper to send a letter than to make a mobile call.
In the early days, mobile phones were a luxury in India. Call rates were 16 Indian rupees per minute, and handsets were expensive. Airtel faced a huge challenge. How could they make mobile services affordable for the masses?
Sir, call rates are too high. Only a few people can afford it.
We need to change the model. Instead of high charges and fewer customers, let's reduce prices and bring in millions of users.
Sunil Bharti Mittal introduced a revolutionary concept, the Minutes Factory. The idea was simple. Instead of keeping prices high and serving a small number of customers, Airtel would lower call rates, making mobile phones accessible to the masses. More users meant more total revenue. But lowering call rates wasn't enough. Airtel needed to expand its network across India. The company invested heavily in telecom infrastructure, building thousands of mobile towers to improve coverage.
Sir, how will we fund this massive expansion?
We will partner with international telecom giants for investments and technology support.
Airtel didn't just focus on infrastructure. The company aggressively marketed affordable prepaid plans, making mobile communication accessible to students, shopkeepers, and middle-class families.
You mean I can recharge my mobile for just 100 Indian rupees and make calls?
Yes. No need for an expensive monthly plan.
Airtel's strategy worked. By making calls affordable, expanding coverage, and launching prepaid plans, Airtel brought mobile communication to millions of Indians. This model revolutionized India's telecom industry and set the stage for future growth. Chapter 5: The Telecom Revolution and Airtel's Expansion. By the early 2000s, India was witnessing a telecom revolution. Mobile phones were no longer a luxury. They were becoming a necessity. As competition grew, Airtel had to expand quickly to stay ahead.
India has crossed 100 million mobile subscribers. The telecom industry is growing at an unprecedented rate.
I never thought I'd own a mobile phone, but now it's affordable for everyone.
While mobile phones were common in cities, rural India was still disconnected. Airtel saw an opportunity to expand beyond urban areas and bring connectivity to every corner of the country.
Sir, should we focus on metros or expand into rural areas?
Every Indian should have access to a mobile phone. Let's take Airtel to the villages.
By the late 2000s, mobile users were no longer just making calls. They wanted internet access. Airtel was quick to adapt, investing heavily in 3G and later 4G services to meet the growing demand for data. With success in India, Airtel set its sights on global expansion. It entered South Asia and, in 2010, made a bold move by acquiring Zain Telecom's operations in Africa for $10.7 billion.
Africa is a risky market. Are we sure about this?
Africa has huge growth potential. It's a long-term investment.
From bringing mobile connectivity to rural India to expanding globally, Airtel played a key role in the telecom revolution. Today, it continues to innovate, shaping the future of digital connectivity. Chapter 6: The Jio Disruption and Airtel's Response. Before 2016, India's telecom industry was ruled by giants like Airtel, Vodafone, and Idea. Mobile data was expensive, and voice calls were still a major revenue source. But everything was about to change. In September 2016, Mukesh Ambani, the chairman of Reliance Industries, made an earth-shaking announcement. Jio was launching with free data and calls for 6 months. This was the beginning of a price war.
Wait, Geo is giving free 4G data? That's crazy!
I'm switching to Jio right away.
Jio's free services shook the industry. Airtel, Vodafone, and Idea started losing customers at an alarming rate. Mobile data prices crashed and profits plummeted. Instead of engaging in a price war, Airtel focused on improving its services. The company invested billions in upgrading its network, launching new plans, and offering premium digital services. Airtel knew that competing only on price wouldn't be enough. It expanded into digital entertainment, fintech, and enterprise solutions. The strategy worked, helping Airtel recover and grow stronger.
Jio is still dominating. What's next?
We're building an ecosystem beyond just mobile services.